Hello team, welcome back. Welcome to Google Cloud Training, and today we are going to discuss about Deployment Manager in GCP. We will see what is Deployment Manager and what are the applications of Deployment Manager and the benefits of Deployment Manager in Google Cloud. So let's start with Team Deployment Manager is an infrastructure deployment service in the Google Cloud which will help you to create the resources in the Google Cloud. With the help of the deployment manager, you can create the multiple resources in the Google Cloud which are the part of single deployment. So you need to create some files, you need to create some configuration file, and with the help of the deployment manager, you can run that particular file, and then deployment manager will create all the resources which are being defined in that particular file. We will discuss about it, that what is the file and how we can define the resources. But right now we need to understand that Deployment Manager is a software service in the Google Cloud which will help us to deploy the multiple resources as a part of a single deployment. User can use the Deployment Manager to create a set of Google resources, manage them in a unit, and that is being called as a deployment. So a single deployment can have the multiple Google resources. If you are executing your application in the Google Cloud and you have a huge development team and you want that your developer will be able to try their own code in the Google Cloud. In that case, it may possible that your application is using the multiple resources in the Google Cloud. At the same time, it is using the compute engine. At the same time, it is using some networking calls. At the same time, it is using the storage. At the same time, it is using some other services of the Google Cloud like the load balancer and other things. So how can you make sure that your developer will be able to deploy the complete configuration in a single click and in a easy manner? So deployment manager is the service which will help us to achieve that particular thing, because with the help of the deployment manager you can create the multiple resource as a single unit, and that unit is called deployment. Deployment manager use the configuration file, the YAML file, to define the resources and deployment properties. In a single YAML file you need to define your all the resources which you want to create as a part of that particular deployment, the properties of these resources, and with the help of the deployment manager you will execute that particular YAML file. Once you will execute that particular file, deployment manager will start deploying all the resources which are mentioned in that particular YAML file. The another important point is user can use Jinja or Python template to parameterize the configuration and allow reuse of common deployment parameters such as load balancer and auto scale instance group. So whenever we are saying that each developer should be able to create their own set of deployment, but if the resources in our deployment file are static, in that case, when the second developer will execute the same file which is being executed by the first one, Google will not create it. Why? Because Google will throw the resource already exist error. In that case, we need to parameterize the resources. We need to configure some parameterization in the resources, and that parameterization can be achieved with the help of the Jinja or the Python. So we will define the templates in the Python or in the Jinja. That template will be the parameterized template, and we will get the parameters on the basis of the text file, right? We will see all these things in the lab once we will create the deployments with the help of the deployment manager. I will show you each and everything, that how we can use the Jinja, how we can use the deployment manager, and how we can read the templates and configuration files. Configuration file can be reused to create the same set of resource over and over again. As I told you, if you have the multiple developers in your team and you are using some parameterization inside your resource file, then the same resource file can be used over and over by the developers to create the new resources in the Google Cloud. Although, and the only condition is you should have the sufficient quota in the Google Cloud in your project. And second thing is your resource should not be clashed, right? You don't have the duplicate resource inside your YAML files. Here I am putting an sample of the deployment manager config file. So the first tag is resources. So resources tag is mandatory, and we need to define the resources whenever we are going to list out the resources. When you are defining the resources and you want to define some resource, you need to define few parameters like name, which will explain the name of the resource which you are being deployed. The next one is the type, which will define the type of that particular resource. Over here we are getting the compute.v1.instance. It means we are going to deploy the compute instance. Next, we are defining the properties of that particular compute instance, like the zone, in which particular zone that particular instance will be deployed, and the machine type, that which machine type that particular instance will have. Then we have the disk, then we have the source image, then we have the tags, then we have the networks. We could have the multiple properties of each resource. Configuration file describe all the resources you want for a single deployment. So over here, when you are creating the configuration file, you need to define all the resources within a single file, right? Although we can define these resources in the multiple file as well, we will discuss about it and we will see how we can do that in the lab. But right now, you need to assume that you need to define all the resources in a single configuration file, which you want to create as a part of the deployment from a deployment manager. A configuration must contain resources section. This resource section is mandatory for the configuration file. Now let's discuss few components of the resource section. The first one is the name. This is a user defined string to identify the resource, and this string cannot be duplicated whenever you are executing the same deployment file again and again. Second one is the type. Over here you need to define the type, that which type of the resource you want to create. Suppose you want to create an instance, then you can define compute.v1.instance, and if you want to create the disk, then you can define compute.v1.disk. And over here I have attached a link of the Google Cloud, right? Here we will get the all resource type. If I will open this, then you can see over here we are getting the resource type. If you want to define the app engine, then you need to take this particular thing. If you want to define the BigQuery resource, then this is the for the BigQuery. Same for the compute engine beta disk. For firewall rule, forwarding rule, then we have for the firewall rule, for the disk, for the address, autoscaler, backend service, and here we have a very long list. So by this particular way you can define the type of your resource which you want to deploy. Then we have the properties, and in the properties you can define the properties of the resource which will support that particular resource. Suppose you are creating the compute engine, then you need to define the zone, the machine type, you need to define the network which it will use, you need to define the boot disk, the size of the disk, and you need to define the image. In the another case, if you are defining the cloud bucket, you need to define the cloud bucket name, the zone, in which particular zone that cloud bucket will be created, that will be the regional or the multi-regional. In the same way, if we are defining the firewall rule, we need to define the firewall rule name, we need to define the firewall rule protocol, the port, and other things which is required. So every resource have their own properties, and these properties can be customized on the basis of the resource. Now let's discuss few commands which we need to use when we will create the deployment and use the deployment manager. So if you are going to create a deployment from a deployment manager, then first you need to go to the cloud console and you need to execute few commands to create the deployment from the deployment manager. The create command is like gcloud deployment manager deployments create. Then you need to define your deployment name, then hyphen hyphen config and define your YAML file name. In the same way, if we want to update the deployment means we want to update the existing deployment which is already being created. In that case, we have few other commands. So whenever you are going to update the deployment, what actually you want to achieve? First, you will update the YAML file, the configuration file. Either you will update some properties or you will add some new resources. Then you will perform the update. In that case, whether the update which we have done in the configuration file that is valid or invalid, you can perform some preview as well. So if you want to perform the preview of your update, you can execute a command gcloud compute manager deployments update, define your deployment name which you want to update, then define the config file which you just updated, and hyphen hyphen preview. With the help of the preview, we can check the syntax, we can check the YAML file, the update properties which we have updated in the configuration, that these things are valid or invalid. If the preview is successful and you want to go with the update, you can execute a command gcloud deployment manager deployments update, then your deployment name. After the preview, you find, okay, I want to change some more things, I don't want to deploy that particular thing which I just updated, and you want to cancel the preview. In that case, you need to execute a command gcloud deployment manager deployments cancel preview, then your deployment name. So this is the way how we can create the deployment and how we can update the deployment. In the same way, if we want to add some labels, right, we want to add some labels to my deployment, then we can execute a command gcloud deployment manager deployments create, define your deployment name, config file name, hyphen labels, and you can define comma separated labels for your deployment. If you want to describe the deployment which is already being deployed, you can execute a command gcloud deployment manager deployments describe, then your deployment name. And in the last, if you want to delete your deployment, you need to execute a command gcloud deployment manager deployments delete deployment name. So these are the commands. This is the introduction of the deployment manager and the application of the deployment manager. In the coming lecture, I will show you the lab on deployment manager, and we will deploy few resources with the help of the deployment manager. So thank you team, thanks for your time. If you have any doubt, any question, you can let me know and I will be happy to answer your questions.